Right, so should we go into YouTube now? Right, yes, so what have we got today? So, for St. Patrick's Day, we've got comic release week, we're doing the Britain Note, so it's on Thomas Fields. Just going to put the volume down on there so I can't hear that. That should be fine. Yeah, I've got my list of stuff here so we know what we're doing. So, yes, there's been a bit of a change actually. I made a video on YouTube about a week ago. It kind of explains what is going on, and essentially is that instead of uploading to YouTube video editing and all that now takes too much time to get so everything else, to be honest. I'm going to be mainly doing streaming. It's still going to be on YouTube, can watch that video because Twitch at least stream even if they save them after about 2 weeks on YouTube they will be there forever. So this is how it's going to be on the channel now, and I'm going to on the playlist as well, and if you do tutorials and things as well. They also get to see, because part of recording and actually editing video, it's moving around, collecting everything, the grinding, and obviously so how I do my videos is that's about 50 minutes of recording. I then squish that down into 10 minutes because obviously moving around and collecting things for the whole video, so that's just like splitting it up, slicing it, cutting it down and everything. I then go in and sort out sort of filters, exposure and brightness and contrast and everything like that, just to make the quality of the video a bit better. That's so clipping like the white splicing and then the I'll be fine for this. This is the show me no mobs. So the splicing and the contrast and all of that takes about half an hour because it is 50-minute clips now to pick out the best bits of the whole thing. I then go ahead and do the audio for it, and I have to do loads of separate takes rather than just one long thing because it's way too hard to. I have done it before, but it just doesn't sound as great as work. So I have to go in and put several audio takes like every 5 minutes. Which is two, but the amount of times it takes to get like the perfect one is quite a bit longer. So that's 20 minutes. So 40 minutes. Then it's putting the transitions in. Where do I put them? Which ones do I want in? Which ones fit best with like how the video is going? So that's about another 10 minutes or 50 minutes at that point. Then you've got putting all the music in. Do I want background music or just for the time lapses? So that goes about another 10 minutes because I don't have to find space where the characters in as well. And then I've got all the stickers and the icons in, which doesn't mind. If you watch it on YouTube, you can subscribe. It just means you'll be notified as well. Upload stop streaming. And get notifications about my posts if I put up, maybe asking you guys what you want to see next in an episode. That will probably come up a lot in June, August time. Then obviously I'll download it and upload it. Title and make a thumbnail thing. But basically, what this is going to do is stop all of that work, so thumbnail and title and everything. But I would rather have that before, and I can actually edit the streams after they go out as well. I won't be doing that because I want to include everything, and again, it will take up too much time. I can't put stickers and things on this, so I will just stay down and I'll be at the end as well. My Instagram is the same name as my Twitch name and my YouTube name, and it's the same on TikTok as well. Follow, subscribe there, don't have to pay or anything, so yes. So projects I've been doing recently, I'm just going to turn the light on. Let's see. So projects I've been doing recently, I'm going to yes, projects I've been doing recently, over here you may notice there is a bit of a change. So I've actually started tearing down all my old farms because I've got a bigger on the ones I want to build up. I've had some new designs in, some I've watched from other people, got a bit of inspiration from pop culture, and we're going to tear them down and actually finish up underneath first because I've got trade down there. What I want to do first, I don't want it to be messed up by all the stuff that's going on up here. So we're going to do all the villages down there first, which is what I've actually been doing behind the camera. And something like that. To be honest, it is going well. I have gone pretty far with it. I still need to do another, I think it's 8 layers. And that's 36 villages per layer. So, 3 8, 3 is 240, and then 6 8 so 48, so 240. So basically 688 villages, and then you've got to, in fact, you have to breed those villages first and then wait for them to grow up. Now, typically it takes a baby villager 20 minutes to grow up, which is about 1 day. Obviously, if you grow them up if you let them at midday, then they'll grow into full adult villagers the next midday. Because it's like a 24-hour cycle. So 24 hours in the game is 20 minutes essentially. That's just how that works. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. For this first bit, I'll do is tear down these farms, storage system, and then sort out the item drops and everything, especially that one, and that's really not so useful. Some of them have been working really well, especially the vine farm and tree farms over there, the concrete farm, the cactus farm. They have been working really well, but I have found one unfortunate way with some of them. I don't know if they want 20 now, we'll need to leave space for new farms. I've got plans in this area as well, so that's why I'm tearing this space down. For now, I'm also going to fill this in as well, because this is very important, because we've got the industrial sized farm over there. I'm not going to tear that down like that, because that is what I mean by building bigger, better farms. That's industrial sized. All of these small ones down here, they're mini sized ones also. So, yeah, I'm going to be building bigger, better ones anyway. No more drag on. We're going to go ahead and just tear this down. I might need some more shulkers. These poles have been here for a long time, so I'm going to try to take them down at some point. It might be off the camera because it's a bit boring, but this is now a 15 episode. And the first part, we're going to tear a lot of this down. So the shulkers that are here, I will leave here because they've got a lot of items in them that I will need to be when I do build industrial sized ones. However, again, all of the stuff that is here like this needs to be taken away, and then this will be filled in, and also you remove roots. And it will be really painful to take it down because it is a good farm, but like I said, there are better variants, there's bigger variants. You can get a quad one which produces actually you can get double quad, so it produces 8 times the amount of iron this one does, and I think this is 200 per hour. So 1,600 an hour rather than the 200 an hour, which is a big step up, essentially. So yeah, that's really cool. stalling. We're going to get on with it. I can't reach that, can I? Still can't reach that. Scrap stuff. Need some guess about. Yeah, if you can hear the clicks on the controller, it's because I'm actually using a headset, so I have got it positioned quite oddly. Also, they've changed crouching, which is really weird. Like, you used to like sort of just flick to hell, but now you go down slowly in these, so I don't like it. So I think they changed it to actually go under blocks with slabs on now, because it seems you actually get a lot shorter than you would before. So when you crouched before, you would only go to about there, and now you go all the way down here, which is really cool actually. It'll make for some great use of my base ideas, so yeah. It is making placing blocks a bit harder though, and very annoying. But I'll work around it, and also placing blocks as well. Yeah, we'll get used to it over time, so that'll be all good. I can come across here with this. Take these last couple out. Yep. Good. And then all of this can be chunked in here. So I have actually divided the boxes into their own sort of systems. This is natural stuff that I'll build blocks. This is like farming things. We've got, well, just stuff. This is all like gravel and things. This is all redstone components. So is this box, and this is on this random, and then this is also redstone. There is a lot of redstone stuff over here, because this is all also farms. And actually, speaking of farms, one of my original challenges, this is my own tree farm as well. One of my original challenges for myself was to build every single farm in the game. All in place except one of the ones you needed to be in there is fine. So ones such as pillager farms, they need to be built on a pillager outpost, otherwise you can't spawn pillagers because they spawn. The same goes for a piglin farm. Zombie piglin farms are fine. But then again, it's also kind of the same with fortress farms. They need to be built on a fortress, or blaze farms need to be built on blaze spawner, because they don't just spawn spontaneously like zombies do, which is why mob farms work so well. You don't need to be in a specific area for them to work. Why do I have a... Oh, yes, this is so you can grab the bank. I'm going to hate breaking this. Yeah, that's what's happening. Actually, grab all the hoppers first. That should be fine, because they should all go into one slot. Man, this thing's got a lot of hoppers. We grab that's a bit of place there. Can I just leave here, because I fill all the grass on top in, but all the stuff that's underneath it can just stay. Anything above though does need to go, and the cobble outline will also go, because it's ugly. And actually, when I build the farms again, although they're going to be towers, I am going to change the space that I build them in as well. This ring will still be here. It will be this thick, this wide. The spacing of the building will be different from just for the progression of the farms, or like how well they work. But yeah, just for how well the farms want to work, what I will do eventually is find some other way of spacing. So the original way I did this was every farm, like these ones, were 45 blocks on the centre, and these ones were half of that diagonally plus the one. So 43 blocks away, and then that's to that corner one there, rather than that here. If we just get rid of this cobble border now, and then we can go do the rest of the farms. I'm actually noticing using my short pin fix is I've been doing a lot of off-cam mining in the, well, where the library is going to go, over at the original base, just because it is in there very and just needs to go, so we can put the library in. And to be honest, I've got plenty of wood. I've got more wood than I possibly need to build this thing as well. It's not all in the storage system, but it is dotted around because I have so much of it. It doesn't all physically fit in one chest. So yeah, I've had to dot it around a bit. Also, this place under here is very precarious. There's a lot of drops on things. I think it's because when I made this world, it was 1.16 world, and then it went through the 1.17 update, just like a couple of days later. I had a video on it, I think. And what I think happened is, like, the portion I'm facing now, that was all like a normal island. That was generation before. But then what I think happened is when 1.17 came along, it went and sort of clipped this onto this and kind of like smashed it together. So now the 1.17 generation is kind of just like welded onto the 1.16 generation, which was obviously completely different. Which is why I think the underground looks like this. I could be wrong, but I think that is the reason. There is a block above my head. There's a block above my head, again, and another one, right? Still a block, and it's just... Yeah, so these bits here, said won't matter, like the blocks I'm placing now, because they'll be underneath the dirt. You won't be able to see them once we finish up. So they're fine there. That is enough in now, but as many as I can. Now, I did originally have just like a bunch of oak trees in a plot somewhere, but I think from now on I'm not going to do that anymore. I will just use these also tree farms, just because it's easier to do, it takes up less space as well. Will any of this go in? So this is all, yeah, as much stuff here as I can, and same with this one. And then when we get back to base 1, which is the cottage, that's what I'm calling it from now, base 1, I will chuck all this into the storage system, which I will have to do manually because I don't have an also one yet. Because they are very complex, hard and confusing to build. I would like to wrap my head around doing this. I'm hoping to eventually build my own version of one. We bring this all the way across on all sides. Just fill this all the way in, and then just cover this top bit as well. Just make sure we don't fall through anywhere too, because that would be bad. And actually lighting on top, I'm going to kind of do the same as the cottage, or base 1, I need to start calling it base 1. Yeah, so base 1 is going to have the same lighting as this area, so I'm basically just going to set up a lamp post here and there, just because I think it will sort of like add to the atmosphere and the scenery and kind of the concept of the whole place. There'll be different like time era lampposts, so over here there'll be sort of like futuristic. I might use end rods over here rather than redstone lamps and night sensors, which is what I'm going to use over the cottage. Very simple design, but very effective. I will need a lot of night sensors though. and a lot of glowstone, which is what you use to make the actual redstone lamps. I think it's glowstone, glass, and redstone, I think. I don't actually know if I need glowstone or not, but I'm pretty sure I do. I could be completely wrong, again. But, here we're gonna go this. Oops. Oh yeah, something else I found out recently, I don't know how long this has been in the game, it might have just been something that I've missed for ages, but when you're flying you can tap B, and you're technically in crouch, and it kind of changes your flying position in the top left. I don't know if it actually does anything to your flying, because you can still fly pretty normally, but it changes how you're... this thing in the top left is called a paper doll. It comes on when you sprint or fly or swim. Or basically when you're travelling at high speeds. It's kind of like a mini animation thing. Kind of show you what you're doing. Also shows when you're taking damage as well. It's pretty cool. It's not always there. Again, like when you're travelling at high speeds or taking damage, it's there. But when you're just walking around like this, it won't be there. Anyway, that been gone. Like I said, we're going to leave these here for now. Actually, I'll probably come back. I think I have time to do... yeah. So, although I'm doing episodes, I'll do 0.5 episodes as streams as well. So I'll have a episode 25.5 episode either tomorrow morning or evening, or Sunday morning or evening. It is Mother's Day on Sunday actually, so I probably won't be streaming then. Saturday morning or evening I'll do a 0.5, which is where I'll do some more sort of like behind the scenes stuff, maybe get all of this sorted over the storage system, a bit more creative world building, because while we're doing episodes they're going to be focused primarily on this world, but I may diverge sometimes just to go look at my creative sort of world, show you guys around a bit of what I've been building, what I've been experimenting with, because I have been trying to improve my building, and I definitely have. And I will actually go show you a barn that I've recently built. It is on YouTube as a tutorial on my channel, on a playlist, also just a separate video. It's like a fantasy barn, and I've used Pinterest and real life references to sort of construct it, but it does genuinely look really cool. There's also something else over there which is absolutely massive, but we'll get to that in a minute once we've done these. So I'm actually planning to go for about an hour and a half, because that's how long it takes for me to usually create episodes. I'm just going to check quick. So 26 minutes. And hopefully I can watch the new episode of The Mandalorian after this, which should be fun. And actually, speaking of Mando, I might, when I do start doing mega bases and things, I might build a Star Wars mega base. Actually, May time I might start doing mega bases, to be honest, because this might all be done. I might actually try build some Star Wars ships and things, and I think that would be really, really cool. So yeah. Got the skull still here. Yes, this is my first attempt to sort of like sculpt redstone. I thought that I could get a sensor to activate all of these pistons, but then I remembered that this old sort of redstone mechanic got removed. So what you used to be able to do is just power redstone underneath pistons. It would sort of like fire a signal up. But what you need to do now is power a block underneath the pistons for a piston to activate, and you do that with off torches and then switch them on, but that requires a bunch of repeaters and redstone torches. So we're going to save that for the industrial bit. And also with the farms and things, I'm planning to have like different areas, so when I do the every farms thing, there'll be different rings, so there'll actually be more than this one ring sprouting off, and in the different rings it'll be different types of farms. Not so much that it'll be like semi-auto and auto and just manual farms. what I mean by different farms is the different sort of things that they farm altogether. So more renewable ones like sugarcane and trees and wool and all of that will be in an area, and then there'll be ones like sort of like meat and things in another area, because like it's still a renewable source because you can just like breed the animals and then, well, but I want to have it in a different area because I don't want everything grouped in one area, because I think it will just be a bit too cozy. It will kind of cramp everything up. It just won't look too good when I build what I want to build here. Which, if you've been a viewer for a while, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I would consider you watch some of my older videos and see for yourself. Yeah, also, I still don't know what the best way to break pistons is, because even though I have haste 2, which is basically faster mining, it shows you here, look. No matter what tool I use, it's all about the same speed, and it would make sense for it to be pickaxes. I can kind of see why it's not, because it has wood on it as well. But the reason I think it should be pickaxes that mine it faster is because it's mainly made of stone. And as you can see, I'm getting through this stone rather easily, but when it comes to the actual pistons, it's a lot slower, which I just find really strange. I try not to break any of these shulkers, because I don't particularly want them to fall down. They'll probably break all of this. There is water in there, so I will need to grab that before it destroys any of my torches. We'll do that in a minute. Right, all of that can fall. We'll grab all of that in a minute as well. Again, a lot of this is going underground, so it doesn't really matter. I will collect all the items though, just because I don't want it to get too laggy in this area. I mean, they do despawn after about 5 minutes, but that's only if you're in loaded chunks, and technically I won't be in loaded chunks if I'm over at base 1. So yeah, I'll get really laggy when I come back over here, which will not be good at all. Yes, this is the, I was going to say, chasm of death. Didn't die somehow. It's probably because I was feather falling on my boots. Booties. Yeah. And actually, it's coming back to videos and everything. It's easier talking on stream. Like, it's easier now because. So could have died there. I wasn't too low health. Again, I have got feather falling and bending and things, so yeah. Oops. Didum. 1 second. Oh, I need to grab that actually, that's very important. I almost fell again. That was bad. Yeah, all of this wool needs to go because it's on the surface. Oh, God. Yes, so talking, it's easier to do on stream, because I've been doing it for a while now, but also it means I can just literally say what I'm thinking, whereas on the video I don't talk while I record, I go back and talk over the top, and I try not to match what I'm doing in it, which is harder, and I also have to watch through, then go back and try and match it up. Again and again, because sometimes it can be off-timed. You can of course move the recording of yourself speaking, but then once you move it, again it doesn't always line up, and if you speed it up or slow it down, it just makes it sound really, really bad. So you have to be quite precise with that. And at some point I would like to move on to using Premiere Pro on like a Mac or something when I get a better computer. Because right now I use something
equals Filmora Go, which is like a phone app, and yes, I edit my videos on my phone. Still came out quite good, but it's also a lengthy process. So yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's your axe that makes this go faster. Yeah, wood is another interesting block because, yeah, pickaxe I get, it wouldn't go very fast on it. The axe is fairly fast. I think the sword should be the fastest though, again, because if you break cobwebs with any other tool, it's extremely slow. As soon as you whip your sword out, it's gone in an instant, especially with haste. And because wool is technically made of string, you can actually make wool out of string in this game. I therefore think that you should be able to break wool much faster with a sword. So, it's just my thoughts on the game. Let's get back up. Again, all of this won't be seen because it'll be on the ground, which is the beauty of this. Except for that needs to go down a bit. Okay, right, let's get rid of all of this stuff on here, especially the redstone. Yeah, so a lot of this sort of dust I'll convert into blocks, so that it is easier to store, and all of this wool, luckily enough, is actually on a cobbled pedestal, which is actually one block down, so it won't be visible, but it does make me easier. It does make it easier for me to mine this. I might have to go up to the mob farm at some point as well, because my pick is looking low on durability, but I should be fine for now. Because that's only literally all I need the pickaxe for there is the frame and a couple of hoppers, and then over there, literally just hoppers. So, pretty much good for now. And actually the iron farm will take longer. I will leave the iron farm there for a bit longer, because I do still need the iron for a lot of the farms that are going to come first, and it is the hardest one to build. So it's going to take a lot longer to take down as well. It's also going to be very painful to take down, because I spent a lot of time on it. It's very painful to build as well, which is why I don't want to take it down. But I have to, so yeah. And also, I still need the iron because I'll need it for like hoppers and beacons and the main reason I built the iron farm in the first place was to feed the tower that I was building. Just falling down, I hate this. Can get up. Where is the tower? Oh yes, I don't know if anyone's seen this in a while. But I did originally build the iron farm to feed this tower over here, which was gonna be for something else. Again, you'll have to go back and watch some of my old videos to see what that thing was. It's snowing over here for some reason. But this is what the iron farm was originally for, and then I started getting into beacons. I have about 5 spare beacons, but I don't have enough blocks to fill the base with. Emeralds are kind of slowing down because I'm doing I'm setting up the trading hall. So I haven't been doing much trading, and I still need to wait for all my crops to grow. In my super manual farm, which is over at a village somewhere. And the crops aren't currently growing because I'm outside of loaded chunks. So, yeah. The main source for my beacons now is just iron blocks, which is why I need to keep that up for a little bit longer. Because I'm planning to put at least, what was it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. At least, no, wait, because that's going to be a triplet, 9. So that's 8 there and 9 here, so that's what, 17 beacons? Just on this one island. Yeah. So a lot. And obviously I got a lot of buildings to do as well. And I might actually set up some mini games here as well. Like I know it's just going to be me, but what I plan to do is once this world is finished, or I believe this finished, is somehow in some way get it uploaded to a platform where other people can access it, come on and build their own stuff, sort of explore a bit, maybe play the mini games. So yeah, a lot of this can go in here. Again, I'll come back at some point and chuck this in the sortie system. This is over at base 1. I need to put this back actually because I jump down to here, crouch, place this there. There we go. The hell is going on with the sky? The physics are going really weird. I think it's turning nighttime. That's why. Yeah, it is. I really need to get a clock again. That did help quite a lot with knowing what time of day it was. But obviously you can just tell by looking at the sky, so I don't really need one anymore. Just going to grab as much dirt as I can, because I'll need it to fill in this massive hole in the ground. What's that? Oh, it was just magenta dye. Yeah, so I'll just grab some more dirt, and we will fill up that hole there. We're then going to take that down, and the bone mill farm as well. Then we'll get back over to base 1 and do some other things, and actually I'll show you the villages before we head back. And Red Nose and Patrick's Day as well. What I'll do is maybe add another little mural or another little build over at base 1 for St. Patrick's Day. And then I'll put some red noses here and there too. So yeah. What was I doing? Dirts. That is not dirt. Well, no, it is, but it's not what I want. Where is the dirt? There it is. I might need a little bit more, so I might just head over to a neighbouring village and grab some once I've hopped into bed. So I don't want to be attacked by mobs, because this area is not lit up well. And obviously all the lighting on the bottom will force them to spawn on the top. So that would not be great. If we just head to... There's a village nearby where I can grab dirt from. I've done it for a little bit now. I think it's just over this ridge. Yeah, here it is. This is where I've been gathering dirt to actually fill in the ring. Yeah, this literally used to be a mountain, and now it's been reduced to this. I will need quite a bit, because I do need to fill in 2 more holes still. So we'll just do that. Let's grab all this dirt here. There's a donkey over there. Is that a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey. Donkey! It has a mask. Oh god. Hello cow. What are you doing today? There was iron there. I won't grab that because I don't have my silk touch. So yeah. I don't actually really need haste 2 for my shovel because it literally is just instant iron without any help. And what I've found is creative with haste 2, efficiency 5, is actually faster than mining in creative. Which I mean, why can't I fly? I can't fly. It's not letting me fly. What the hell? I can't open my inventory. What's the hell? I can't open my inventory. What the hell? I can't. No, I'm clicking the inventory. I don't know why that wasn't. Guess it lags for a second. I'm not sure why that was. Oh, I'm about to take a lot of damage, aren't I? Just because I tried flying with rockets. I don't. Oh, actually, I know why it's lagging. I have. You know how I mentioned the trading hall earlier? Their villages are kind of a main source of lag in Minecraft, and I currently have a lot sort of running around in one area. And obviously I have more up there, and also chests are kind of a big lag as well, and I do kind of have about 300 chests sort of just sitting about with nothing in them over at base 1, which is rendered in at some points depending on where I am, because of how the game works and rendering works. Render distance is kind of like, well, how far something renders in, and you can change how far that goes. I've got it set to default, which I think is 4 chunks, and the chunk is about 16 blocks. So 64 blocks, essentially. I think 1 block is technically 1 meter. So every Minecraft character is about 2 meters tall, but when you crouch now, what used to be is, I think it was in Bedrock, you used to be 1.75 meters tall. Now I think you're, no, you used to be 1.80, and that's why you couldn't crouch onto slabs. So now I think you'd be, what? Well, literally, again, in survival, you'll just have to fly around through the ground and everything. You won't be able to actually interact with anything. So kind of annoying, but also a good challenge, which is where and why everybody started doing, 100 days in hardcore, or just get every advancement in hardcore, and all of that. So, yeah, that's kind of how that started. But I do want hardcore to come to Bedrock, not for that reason, just because I think it'll be really fun to maybe do some sort of mini-series, see how long I survive. Probably about 1 day. Just bump the mic there again, sorry about and again. How long have we been going for now? 47 minutes. Feels a lot longer than that. Right, ooh, that is a lot of stuff. If I break that, that is... Okay, so things like chests as well, I will just leave like this. Because even though they're above and they're annoying, I will leave them, because otherwise it's going to spill items everywhere, it's going to be a lucky mess. And I'm pretty sure I definitely do not have enough shulkers to carry all of this as well. Because obviously some of this is non-stackable, like armour and tools and water buckets. Right, next farm that we're going to take down is this one. Again, pretty easy because it's literally just concrete, and the rest is all with the shovel, which shouldn't be too bad. And then I just need to stop the water, which should be nice and easy as well. Pretty sure this one doesn't have a cobble base as well, which is nice. So it won't make any impact on the ground. I will leave the item collection chest down there because it has got a lot in it since I last checked, which was yesterday. So I'll leave that there again with all the other chests, but the hoppers and everything I will take out and put in the redstone components chest and just where they need to be. All of this dirt I can just use to fill in the ground as well. So, and I do actually believe that birch log is how you get down to said chest that collects things. Oops. Switch back to this. Should be able to reach them pillars from down here with my pick. I think so anyway. Let's check. Yeah, I can. Right. Let's get rid of these because these do not need to be here. Just like that. can hear some background noise. It's someone going up the stairs. Come all the way across like this. And then all the way back across like this. Grab all of this stuff. And along with the white concrete. Stony bits like this I will leave for now. And then when I come back eventually, obviously I'll take them out. So literally all I need to do here is just break the dirt underneath. And then come in again and break the sand. Because what this sand will also do is stop the water at the back. The water will also catch all the cactus and put it into the chest as well, or anything that gets broken as well. So anything that I mine above this water will be put into the item chest, so that I can just come and grab it at a later date. Oh, I should have done this differently, because now it's going to be really annoying to remove these. You have to aim at certain points to get rid of these. Or you can just go like this, which is more fun. I might just do this instead. But the ones in the middle are going to be harder to get, as you can see. So I will actually have to come in here and remove sand blocks as well. Just so that they move along. Well, the items move along. And actually everything that I've got in my inventory that is from this farm, I will chuck into the water so it can be collected. Except for all the dirt that I pick up, because I'll need it to fill in this area. For some reason this sand is actually pretty quick with a pickaxe. Not as quick as shovel obviously, because that is the OP tool for mining sand, but still pretty quick. Oh, wait, why is this... Oh, is it? That's because that's there, isn't it? Yeah. Right, anything that is... So anything like this I can just chuck away, including cacti. Did not mean to chuck that dirt, and actually I think I can access the chest from here. Actually, I'm going to take out all these hoppers anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. All of that. Yeah, so you can see that there is a lot of stuff here, which is why I'm going to leave that chest there as well. I go ahead and just come across and mine all of this out of the way. It should break the cactus as the sand falls. There we go. Now actually I can just jump down here and grab all of this as well. Then a lot of this dirt will go back in place. And I'll actually do the dirt first so that I can then go and stand on it and just obviously go ahead and break all the fence posts. One thing I do need to do today is the barn roof. I'm not going to skip out on that. Literally as soon as I'm done with this area, we're going to go check the villages for anyone that hasn't seen them yet. Do the barn roof and then probably stick a red nose on one end. And put some sort of giant clover on the other. It'll be sort of more like a cartoony red nose and a cartoony clover. Just because I'm not great at super detailed things. Especially like icons. So it'll be a bit more cartoony, but hopefully it should look alright. We fill all this in now. Oops. If we grab all the rest of the dirt. Oh, that is not dirt. across. Here we go, just like that. And I haven't mentioned this yet. I can't currently see the YouTube chat, but I can see Twitch chats. So, sorry if you said hello, I haven't responded. But anyone who has said hello, and welcome, and thanks for viewing the stream. Hope the audio is okay as well. Also, what I found out recently is on YouTube, something that happened originally was when I uploaded a video, it would decrease the quality. But I found out afterwards is YouTube doesn't decrease the quality, but it rather tries to suit the quality to whatever sort of like bandwidth or Wi-Fi you have. So the video quality stays the same, it's just that YouTube tries to help with like what bandwidth you've got, something like that. Yeah. It tries to apply with your Wi-Fi, essentially. That's why some videos might look a bit more grainy than others, or low quality. You can actually change the quality in the settings bar at the bottom. If you just tap on it, you go to quality or video or something. There should be something that says like 720 HP. If you just bump that up to like 180 or something. I don't know. But yeah, something like that. And it does help quite a lot. I'm going to remove this. Actually, no, I will keep that there because that's a reminder of where the way down is, so I know how to get all my stuff. Just going to chuck as much of this in here as possible, and then obviously all the dirt can stay with me. And again, at a later date, I will come back and sort this all out, probably tomorrow morning. This cracks my neck, and it hurts. Oh, we can actually fill this up. I don't need to get rid of this glass, because again, it's just gonna... Yeah. So I can actually just... It's a neat little trick here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. You can actually place out in front of you without seeing. And it is a neat little trick, but it does take some practice. And you can speed through it as well, but sometimes it doesn't always work. Pretty sure you have to start off walking as well. You have to be exactly the right angle too. Just, yeah, again, sometimes it doesn't work and it's really annoying. I might even have to go get some more dirt because I'm going to run out again. Actually, there is some dirt in that farm over there. So when I tear that down, I can use some of that to build the spaces back in. You may see a hole or two here and there. So like this one over here. Is this the... Yes, this is actually a sheep breeder, which is what I used to make this farm, which was a wool farm. Basically, a bit of observers, bit of shears. It detects when the sheep eats a grass block and when it grows back. So when it eats it, obviously the observer is ticked off and it sends a pulse into a dispenser which activates some shears which takes the wool off the sheep, and then that's caught by a hopper minecart which runs on a rail underneath. Very, very simple farm design, but also very, very effective. It's a bit slow, but depending on how many you have, it can get a lot faster. I don't know if that guy's escaped or not. I'm just going to go and check. There should be 2 sheep in here. Yeah, that's all good then. Yes, that's like a breeding chamber, and there's a glass pane that they're stood on, so when the babies spawn, they're actually smaller. Well, their hitbox is smaller. And they fall like past the glass pane, and then you can grow them up in the bottom, and then lead them with wheat into their chambers. So that's how that works. We're going to go tear this down now, so that I can fill that in. This one only has a stir. No, it doesn't. It's all in the ground as well. I thought this was just on top, but it turns out the stone border has left a hole in the ground as well, which is annoying. Right, let's get rid of all this. So I will want to do this strategically, because I don't want water going everywhere. So if I go up to the top here first, jump in, I put a block there, and then break this button. All this glass will go in a minute. Put another block here, break them too. Then we're going to grab all of this dirt, just like that. There we go, they should activate. And then we'll come back for all the redstone in a minute. I'm just going to go use all this dirt to try and fill in the area over there. Yeah, that should be enough for now. And actually, I'll tell you what, I'll fill in this area around the edge first before I do the area over there. This is only for, this is not going to be enough to fill. No, it is not. 40 sounds like a lot, and a stack sounds like a lot as well, but you can see it's not that much. You go ahead and break this. All the glass, turns out you can actually break quite fast with a sword. I did not know that. Wish I'd known that when I was taking down the massive glass melon and pumpkin farm. That would have been handy. Okay. We'll go ahead and do all the glass first then. Oops. And then we'll come back and do all the components. Oh, pistons actually break pretty fast with a sword. Wow. Again, that's really odd, because pistons shouldn't break fast with a sword because they've got stone in them. Again, I don't understand the physics of this game. I just like them a lot. I don't understand it, but I do enjoy it. Oh look, water. So I completely forgot about. Great. Absolutely great. Pushing everything everywhere. So great. Right, these should all have buckets in them as well. Like that. So we should be able to collect a lot of this up. Luckily it doesn't go far enough to push anything off the edge. So that's all great, but it does actually help a little bit because it pushes all my items out. So that's cool. Break this. It is a bit harder to get rid of now, though, because... I don't know. 2, 3, there we go. Oh, there is a hole in the bottom here. This is not good. This is very ungood. I need the rest of the buckets so I can grab the rest of this water before I do anything else. Where are the buckets? There they are. Obviously water buckets are, when they've got water in them, are unstackable. So that's a bit of a pain with chests and shulkers. But obviously buckets on their own are stackable, so what I can just do is come over here, make an infinite water source and just put all the buckets into there. And I can put them all into one spot because it's an infinite water source, which is really, really handy. Which means I can then stack the buckets. Yay. Let's get out of this hole. And let's break all this up. Including all this stone, which needs to go as well. Which means I will actually have to fill in the ground on this one as well. Which means I need more dirt, which means I'm going to go back to the village and steal some more dirt. Yay. Again, I will leave these chests here. Except this one. This doesn't need to be here. I will leave that chest there because it's got some stuff in it. And actually a lot of the stuff I get from this machine as well, I will chuck in those chests. Just because it's all part of the same machine, kind of where it belongs. So I'll leave it in there for now, and again, tomorrow come back, grab everything, shove it in a storage system. If it doesn't fit, I've got some spare chests underneath said area that I'm in right now, so that should be fine. That does not need to go in there. Oh, I forgot about this bone meal that I put in this chest here. Right, so we'll put everything in there for now. And then we can grab dirt out in a minute. Just so that I have enough inventory space to grab all of this first. So there we go. Oops. It mines the chest. That would be bad. Go. Oops. Yeah, all of this stone needs to come. Literally all of this stone on surface level needs to come out. Otherwise it's going to look really ugly. But the ones I've used are markings, I will leave there. So measurements and markings. That's why there is a bit of cobble here and there in the ground still. Yeah. And I will come and take those out when I sort out storage tomorrow. Tomorrow? Tomorrow. Tomorrow? Tomorrow. Actually, we'll just rip this out because it is a horrible block. It used to be worse. It used to have the most disgusting texture. I was looking for the right word there. I don't know why, but everybody seems to hate... Well, not everybody. Some people seem to hate diorite. I don't know why. It's a really useful block for gradients and things. And it is one of the only white blocks in the game as well. Like, mostly fully white blocks. Got birch and things, but it's got all these sort of black bits in it. Diorite has black and grey bits in it, but it's much harder to see because it's like a grain. Whereas that is a lot easier to see because they're big bits of like bark. So diorite is actually more useful than you would think. You can also use it to make andesite and granite. We're going to need some more dirt. And I don't actually have any dirt in those chests there. I'd say about 3 stacks for that, and another 2 for there. So just try and grab a bit more from over here. I'll literally hop in a bed over here as well. And I do actually need to kill all of the residents here too, because otherwise they're going to interrupt the stuff that I have going on elsewhere. Thank you, sir. I will steal your bed for a second. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you. We go back up this way. I have actually been here before. Like, actually in the village. You can see there's stuff here and there. And this is, well, I once died in a mangrove, which is a new biome that got introduced in 1.18. No, wait, what? No. 1.19, sorry. And it's at least 1 million blocks away from like anything that I've built or been to. So completely new chunks, completely, like, literally everything. And I ended up dying there, but the problem was that I hadn't, well, I'd slept there as well. No, wait. No, getting confused. I died there, but I'd slept at base 1. I hadn't brought a bed with me because I didn't expect to die. And the problem was, I didn't die to any mobs or anything. I died because my elytra ran out mid-air and I crashed into a tree. I ended up in a mangrove, but I ended up dying as soon as I got there. So that was quite bad, and obviously I lost all my stuff, which is what kind of set in motion the village operation, which is why I'm setting up this trading hall. So the idea is that obviously it's going to be OP and everything. It's going to be the best trading hall that in this world. Not in the game, obviously people have built better ones, but it's going to be the best one in this world because it means I can go there whenever I need to, from anywhere I need to, just to get new tools, because it doesn't matter if I lose my stuff now because I've got plenty of diamonds, got plenty of netherite. I can just instantly go to the villages because I have a bunch of spare elytra, get tools enchanted, and just move on. So that's why they're going to be there. Let's go ahead and fill this in then. Just turn the light off. That's what that noise was. Also something I figured out recently is you can put the Xbox in night mode, which is kind of like lowers brightness, like you do on a phone or laptop or something. But it also puts the yellow filter on, so your eyes aren't getting damaged from light, which is really handy dandy. Oopsie daisy. Also, you may hear me swear sometimes. That will be when my folks aren't here, so hear me swear very rarely. It'll probably be in 0.5s, 0.5 streams and not actual episodes, because obviously this does go to YouTube as well, and I do not want to get demonetized. And obviously I can, like I said, just edit things out. I kind of want to give you guys the full experience of everything, so I will try not to do anything bad. And I know it happens to everybody, but I'm guessing at some point someone's going to make an out of context compilation. Because everybody gets one, don't they? It's when you say things in context that get taken out of context, or you say things that are literally out of context. That sound really sus or bad. Yeah. Oops. God's sake. I need to stop falling off things. Oh god. Come on, let's get this finished. You can actually... What the hell? I did not notice that before. You can actually now use the 1.20 features as like a sort of experimental. It's like a snapshot essentially. So where you can test out features that aren't yet like properly integrated into the game, and they might act differently when they're like fully integrated, because obviously this is just like a tester, an experiment. And you can actually spawn sniffers and look at some of the new mobs and some other things. And obviously not everything is on there, just the stuff they announce. So when they do an update, what they'll do is they'll announce like mobs and everything, mob vote and all of that. And then you have all this crazy stuff about new mobs and everything and all of that. And then a bit later they'll announce like the name of the update, and then they'll have some more like additional things like new blocks, new trees, new mechanics. But then they'll also have some stuff that they won't tell you, that will just be in the game, and that is actually really good. I prefer having a bit like that, so not everything's revealed and there is a sense of mystery behind what you're going to get. I don't know why I've been taking dirt from the village when I could have just been doing it from here. Yeah, that is just going to take it from here to now, because then I don't have to fly all over the place and waste my elytra. I mean, I have got mending on it, but obviously if they're on the verge of breaking and I fly up to the farm, they might break before I get there, and then I have no way of getting up or flying, because I'll just land in the bottom of the ocean. Obviously I can swim out, but it would take a lot of time. But yeah, we're done, pretty much done, with all the farms that need to be, well, broken up. And I can actually now go and show you the villages for anyone that hasn't seen them yet. This is so messy. Yeah, this is what I mean. So my elytra, although I do have mending, as you can see, they are not on the verge of breaking, but they are quite weak right now. So yeah, we're going to head down to the bottom. I forgot about that ruined portal. I'll leave that there. It's kind of a monument. There's 2 blocks there on the edge, which are really pissing me off. Guess they're not meant to be there. And if we fly in here, this is nothing. Don't mind that. That is where the mob farm, well, used to lead to. There's still chests there again. I will leave them there and I'll fill that in at some point. There is a beacon here, and that's why there's a hole up the top. And that's actually mining this area out. These are the other chests I was talking about, but if we actually head down... Right, what I'm going to do is something very dangerous. I'm going to drop and glide every now and then, just so that I'm not using so much of my elytra. Right, that's the beacon there. You probably saw it in the corner. That's where all my iron's gone, into those blocks. So I do actually have another set up here, just so I can get back and forth. But over down here, I have all my villagers. So I've kind of tried to put the villagers on levels of OP-ness. For God's sake. OP, as in best of the best, and then Ness. That still sounds bad. So all up the top we've got librarians, but the thing is, what I've done is put hours in for this. For every different librarian, each of them have the highest tier of every enchanted book that you could possibly want in the game. So we've got mending in that corner over there, we've got sharpening problems, just so I can replace them. But yeah, that's basically how this thing works. There's a rail system that runs around the back, and back to base 1, which is how I actually get the villagers in, because I have a breeding chamber over at base 1 to get these guys in here. That's where they grow up and everything. That's the gist of the training hall. So, because there's about that many books, there's actually only 4 different novice trades for farmers. Is it novice or novice? Or is it... no. Yeah, novice or novice. Doesn't matter. That's their first level of trading, and I might actually not need an iron farm up there, because this is starting to spawn a lot of iron. You are now my source of iron, big fella. Hello. I've never noticed that before. He's got packs. What was I saying? Yeah, so novice farmers only have 4 different types of trades, and that is because there is 4 sort of primary crops. Well, not really, but you've got the 4 separate trades they do is beetroots, potatoes, carrots, and wheat, and they vary. So the number that you need to give them varies between villager, but I think the highest it can be is 26, and the lowest it can be is 16. Or if you put a zombie villager in, if you cure him, pardon me, or if you get hero of the village, it lowers the trades, trade prices, and I think it goes all the way down to 1, which is super duper OP, which is why farmers are so good. And another reason they're so good is you can get 1 emerald for 4 melons or 6 pumpkins, again that goes all the way down to 1 once you have Hero of the Village or have cured the zombie villager. So that's why these guys are so good, and it's why they're on the 2nd level. The librarian villages are the best because they give you enchanted books. These guys are the 2nd best because they give you your source of emeralds. And they're super easy to get emeralds with these guys. I would put them at the top, but again, enchanted books, probably the best thing you can probably have. We're going to head back through the nether because I'm worried about my wings breaking on the way back if I fly. So we do actually need to get up here first, then drop down like this. Oops. Yes, we'll hop through the nether hub on the way back, and oops, I'm just going to eat first. Head up to base 1 and hopefully get this roof started. So what I'm going to do for the roof is actually do some sort of like texture. I'm going to use some stone bricks, a bit of cobble, some normal stone, maybe mix in a bit of andesite as well, just to really sort of rough that up. A bit of no, gravel won't work, it will just fall straight through. But yeah, that's the idea. And I might add a chimney. No, I won't. Yes, this is base 1, anyone that doesn't know it. This is essentially a cottage that I've built up over the last year and a half, I think. Obviously, we've been doing other stuff as well. Actually, we'll pop into bed first. You may have got a glimpse of some stuff over there. Yes, that is a block of TNT. I don't know why it's next to my bed. It just is. So this was kind of like the original area, like the original setup for everything. This is different. This is actually a super smelter, and it's of my own design. It's on YouTube as well. It's on a tutorial, and basically it's one where you chuck items in. So things you want to be smelted, fuel goes in there. It doesn't have to be coal. Coal is the best in my opinion though. Minecraft wise, not real life wise. Because fossil fuels. And then the stuff, once it's smelted, will come shooting up this way. So it's actually all underground, rather than having it above ground, which kind of, well, it doesn't really fit with everything else, because it is massive. So yeah. Grab some extra rockets here actually, and this is where I keep all of my very good tools. So we've actually got music discs in here as well. I've been trying to collect them. I have got the other side, it's up on a mob farm, and I have got the what's the other one? What's it called? Pig step. I have that. I think it's in a chest in the nether somewhere. Pretty sure I have it. I might be wrong. Extra pair of elytra. I have a mending book. This is not the mending book, but I do have Swift Sneak 2, which is the newest book you can get in the game currently, because of 1.19 and Skulking and stuff and the Warden things. We're gonna put actually we don't need our shovel and our axe because just gonna be building with stone, so we can put those back. Gonna bring that forward. So yeah, chestplate isn't that great. It's because I've died a lot before and I've just got a bit lazy with enchanting, and this is before I got the villagers. So when I am done with the villagers, I will go like put some more stuff on this or make a new one. And if you're wondering where all my diamonds are and my valuables and stuff, also if you haven't seen this, this is kind of like the first ever mural I did for Remembrance Day, first ever mural I did for a Children's in Need. There's some vines growing through which I need to fix. This is also a freestyle, I just kind of did this on the move. But yeah, this is like the large amount of chests I have, so it's not automatic, but I have kind of sorted it out. And some of these things do actually have subcategories. So potatoes spawn poisonous potatoes, which is why they're also here. String and the spider eyes come from the same mob, which is why they're in the same place. They're a bit damaged because they've been fighting off mobs which actually come through this way at night. These guys are essentially my bodyguards because there is actually a trading hall, or the breeding chamber, which is where I get my villagers from, literally right below me just here. This is where I get my diamonds. Yeah, I only have 35 currently, but it's only because a lot of them are actually on a third beacon I have set up in the library dig site. So yeah, emeralds not doing too great either. Oh god. Right, iron, and then yes, any grey blocks. So we'll grab some stone. We'll grab some. Oh, I'm going to need a lot more than that actually. We'll grab what? 7 of each? Yeah, 7 stacks of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not gravel because that's going to ruin everything. Might actually include some tuff as well. That'd be kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chuck that in there and chuck that back. Deep slate I don't really want to include because it's a bit too dark and too black. 4, 5, 6, 7. But I would like to maybe contrast it at the bottom with the white, and I think it will look, yeah, quite cool. What's this over here? Oh, this is smooth basalt, which is what I might mix in with a bit of mud and also the deep slate at the bottom, maybe a bit of blackstone too. I've got quite a lot of that. This tower over here obviously will be finished at some point. And I said I'd do a quick flyby of everything. It's raining and I can't do anything about that, so I'm sorry. I'm going to be very quick. This is a farming area that I'm going to do at some point. This is a dragon that came at Easter last year. We've got Easter coming up soon actually. This is where some sort of atrocity happened. I don't quite know what happened here. This happened at Halloween. You might have to go back and watch the Halloween episode that is on YouTube. This is the sort of breeding chamber. I have built it up a bit. We build some more like house fronts around the side here. That's the inside. It's quite bland right now, but I'm going to try and base the inside off Liberties in London, which is kind of like a Victorian, no not Victorian, like Tudorish style shop with, it's kind of like an old looking inside, but it's been modernised a bit with like metal and glass and things, so it looks pretty cool. This was my original farming area. It does look pretty cool. These chambers were sort of like horse stables, but it kind of got scrapped. I'm going to leave that there anyway, just because it is kind of a memorable place, and all of this stuff is going to be left here. All of the original stuff I built will be left here, because it's all sort of memories. This is my chicken farm. First sort of auto or semi-auto farm, source of food. This was a semi-auto crop farm, didn't really work out. Pardon me. Ow. This is what I did for Halloween 20... No, so that is Halloween 2021, that's Halloween 2022, sorry, that's Remembrance Day 2022, the one inside is 2021, Children in Need mural is 2021 and 2022, because I did actually update it a bit this year. This tower has actually got some house fronts around the side as well, you can't see great from here. I will give you a bit of a better view. There we go. I'm kind of just expanding them all the way around. We've got Pancake Day up here as well from this year and last year. I don't remember that being there. That's annoying. Yeah, so 2022. Yeah, 2022. Pancake Day, I did the actual pancakes. 2023, this year, I did the maple syrup on the plate and everything, which looks quite nice. I might go grab that crafting table actually, I need that. I've also done some wall design actually. This runs all the way around. It's got torches every 5 blocks, which actually fits perfectly in with the pattern, and it lights up all the way around the wall. It looks really, really, really cool at night. In there, also, where below the heart, what I did for Valentine's Day 2022 is actually where the library site is that I'm currently digging out. You probably won't see that today, but if you log on tomorrow morning or evening, or Sunday morning or evening, when I do the 0.5 stream, you'll probably see the inside of that. I'm just going to check the time again. That's 2 minutes. That's an hour and... Oh, we've gone an hour and 30 already. Oh, we didn't get to see the barn roof. Damn it. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I guess we'll do it in 0.5 because just been kind of explaining what this area is. This is the meticulous barn that I've been talking about. So yeah, this is all my design, and I'm very, very proud of it. It's generally quite good. Good amount of depth, amount of detail. It's not over complex, and it does look mighty compared to everything else it was, except for this thing. This is North Tower, which I started, I think, around like halfway through last year. Yeah, my Elytra's alright. And essentially it is a 13 by 13 wide rectangular tower of ore. And the idea is to build this up to height limits, or build limit, which is 256 or 265 blocks into the sky, and that's including obviously all the way down from bedrock. This doesn't go down to bedrock, this just goes down to sea level, which is 62. But yeah, it's to build it from all the way up to there, all the way up to build limit, which I think is 256 actually. And then actually fill it all the way through as well, and then mine it all down. And then that will be it, to be honest, with this thing. I'm doing really well, to be honest. There is actually about 5 layers of diamonds, like all packed in one, and obviously I will do this with my Fortune 3 pick, and I will have a lot of shulker boxes on me as well. I'll sort this all out, smelt it all down, and chuck it all in there as expected, sort of chests. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff from this. And the kind of rule that I have is anything that is mined in the mines of this area, like even if it goes expands beyond the walls, as long as the mine entrance is here, I have to put it on the ore tower. But if it's outside of these walls, like if the entrance to the mine is outside the walls, even if the mine clips in underneath, I can choose whether to put it on here or just to mine it there on the spot. And usually I do actually put it on here because I want to grow this thing. And I've been sort of building frames that I can build into, as you can see here, just so I can build it up ever so slightly. So if I'm actually going to hop down into the center to end this episode here, well, this streamed episode. Yeah, I'm going to hop down into the center here, and we're going to see how high this is. So this is actually, well, technically 111, but this is 112. We're going to say 111 for now. So 111 minus 62 is what? So that's 109 minus, yeah, 99 minus 50. Minus 50 is what? 49. So the actual filled bit through is 49 blocks high, but that's a 13 by 13 volumetric rectangle, and that's not just surface area, that's like the volume of what I've built so far, like that is filled through 49 blocks high on a 13 by 13, which, sorry, the mic just went a bit odd there, which in my opinion is a lot. Obviously I've still got a lot more to go, and I've actually said this before, if there's anyone out there who wants to try and beat this, then I welcome you to try, if you dare. Anyway, my phone is on low battery. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. Well, this episode of Shadowcraft. From wherever you are in the world. Oh, I didn't get to do Patrick's and Red Nose. Oh, do I do that now? That's right. I think just a mention's fine. Tell you what, when I do 0.5 tomorrow, I will add their monuments in, or you may just see them pop up. I'll do it when I do the barn roof, because that was the idea. But yes, thanks for watching again. Subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, maybe check out the content first. That scared me. Obviously on Twitch you can follow as well. Just means that you won't miss out on any of my upcoming streams. You'll get notified when I upload. And if you're watching on Twitch, they stay up for about 2 weeks. However, on YouTube, because it's cross-platform, they will stay up for... Sorry, the mic's gone weird again. The streams on YouTube, although they're on Twitch as well, on YouTube they will stay up forever, unless I decide to delete them. Whereas Twitch, they stay up for 2 weeks. So yeah, you can watch them wherever you want. If you're watching this, or you have been watching this live, then thank you very much. If you're watching this as a recording, or as a recorded video, then also thank you very much. My name is... Well, this has been Shadow Dragon. Once again. And I will see you all later. Have a good evening, morning, day, depending on where you are in the world. Just enjoy your life and make the most of it. Yeah. Don't really know what I'm saying here. And one more thing is, they've changed streaming on Xbox, so I don't actually have to log off and save and then go onto Twitch anymore. I can literally just like that, and it will be off. But yeah. Thank you, and